All right, it's December 22nd or 21st. I can't remember. I kind of lost track. Pretty sure it's the 22nd. And it's a Thursday today. It's been a couple weeks since I've done an update. Haven't really done a whole lot on the car. Haven't done anything at all in the engine bay. As you can see, done one thing. Two, I should say. We got one floorboard hole patched. Looks all right for first time. And we have, I painted the rockers, or at least one of the rockers, so it now matches the black. The other side, hopefully the welding table isn't in the way too much. The other side, oh yeah, it's still blue. So pretty much I have to finish that up. But I got one hole over here patched. So there used to be a hole there, that's not there anymore. And they still have 8 holes left. And then I've done nothing on the trunk rust repair. Still a huge hole, as you can see, and I still have the spare tire well is open. So I've done literally nothing on the car other than those 3 things. Engine wise, I have all the parts for this engine over here, this M20, which was going to be our stroker build, and where we were taking the 2.7 block here with a 2.8 crank and a 2.5 head, and we were gonna take 2.5 pistons, which are over in that box, and basically stick them on the 2.7 rods, and yada yada, you have a stroker. Pretty much, this engine needs to just get tanked, and I was just gonna hone it, and then I was just gonna send it. But I found a different build route, should I say. Let me turn the light on over here. There we go. So, I picked up some parts the other day, like a week ago now. Got a couple more bumpers, early model, and these are actually pretty good quality. I got a total of 2 rear, 2 front left for parts, just extras. And then I picked up some more parts and pretty much ordered them away over here in the corner. But then I was also at another yard, another pick and pull yard, different one. And I went for a running M20 because the machine shops are 2 months behind on, so I couldn't get the 2.7 block in. So I figured, okay, well, I found a running M20 out of a wrecked convertible, and I might as well go get it. So while I was in that yard, I got halfway through pulling that engine. I had to cut the core support here and here, and then down here and down there, and I had to pull the core support off because it was a T-boned and completely rolled over convertible. So basically, I was halfway through pulling one of those M20s out, and then I found another car. I think it was about 50 feet away from that convertible. I found a 735i, but it was an E23 with Euro bumpers on it, and I was like, well, that's interesting. So I popped the hood open, and I was like, oh, that's an M30. You know, that sucks, but it could be something cool. And I was looking at it, I was like, hold up, that doesn't look like a normal M30. And then I looked closer, cut over the exhaust side, and I was like, oh, well, that's interesting. Well, there's a turbo on it. So then I started doing research because I got really excited, and then I was like, hold up, this is an M106. So yeah, it's an M106. It might be an M102. I'm pretty sure it's an M106 because it has Motronic. That's a Motronic ECU. So I got the engine, the automatic transmission, the drive shaft, and then I got the ECU. Or the ECU and the harness, the main ECU, and then basically all I need, sorry for the lack of light over here, but we pretty much have our engine harness. I'll try and get it in the light here. We have, that is for the main ECU, that plug. And over here, there's only one cut connector. I don't know what it is with my luck and cut wiring, but every time I find an engine, it's got a cut ECU plug. So this isn't the main ECU. I found the main ECU, which is this plug. And this is a huge wiring mess. But this is the main ECU plug. And this one over here is for a separate NOx sensor module, whatever, ignition module. It basically, from what I can tell from information online, pretty much what it does is it It goes off the knock sensors on the side of the block, which are this one here, this plug, and there's another plug, this one here. And so they're on the side of the block of this engine, and it basically goes off those and retards and advances the timing to make it run smoother. I'm pretty sure that's what it does. Now, I don't know if I'm 100% right on that, because I can't really find a whole lot of information on this engine, but I did happen to find, after hours and hours and hours of searching, and I'm super excited about this, I did find all the diagrams I need to repin the C101 on this, which is right here, this C101 onto this C101 over here for the chassis harness. And I found everything I need to do to wire that, and I found everything I need to rewire basically this entire ECU plug. So all I have to do is buy the module online, and I found a few on eBay. They're about 300 bucks, but I have all the information to do it. So I don't have to do standalone, because I don't want to go through the pain of doing standalone for the first time on an engine that's really rare. So yeah, that's pretty much where the build's going. And where our transmission tunnel has already been clearanced for a V8, and it needs to be clearance for the M30, or well, the M106 that has a automatic transmission on it. Sadly, it's an automatic, but I can find a Getrag 260/6, which is an M30 Getrag, and those are normally in E28s, I'm pretty sure. And I can find one of those, and it'll fit right on here. And it also has the little sensors down here, and I can't remember. I'm pretty sure these are the crankshaft position sensors. Pretty sure they are, not 100%. But yeah, that's pretty much a quick update. So we're going a completely different route. We have a really rare engine now, and I'm still hoping to get to the E30 picnic this year. So I know I can. As long as I can get that engine running, we can. Because there's not a whole lot of work left on this chassis, really. I mean, some rust repair, and I just have to put it all back together. But yeah, that's pretty much an update on it. Phone died, so I'm gonna have to cut this last bit in. But yeah, pretty much that's an update. All our parts here should work that we have. I just have to make engine mounts, and that should be it. I'm hoping I don't have to shorten the drive shaft. I honestly might have to. I'm expecting to, but hopefully I don't. And I just have to get a few more parts, and we're good to go. Should be up and going soon, as long as I can get the engine going on that ECU. All right, I'll try and get more updates out soon.